Morello derrière tout ça. Ma main à couper.
Qu'on soit discret sur ce coup. Commence avec Biff, mais ne lâche rien. J'ai une nouvelle caisse pour toi. Et un petit quelque chose en plus, si tu veux. Quand Frank verra le loup para, il saura. C'est un souvenir. Faut que tu récupères le livre de compte avant que les fédéraux les utilisent contre nous.
And now for the latest news. For the remains of those...
Heart and soul, I fell in love with you, heart and soul, the way a fool would do madly, because you held me tight and stole a kiss in the night. Heart and soul, I begged to be adored, lost control, and tumbled overboard gladly. That magic night we kissed, there in the moonlit. Oh, but your lips were thrilling, much too thrilling. Never before were mine so strangely willing. But now I see what one embrace can do. Look at me.
Tommy, quoi de neuf, mon pote?
T'as entendu des trucs dernièrement? Qui pourraient intéresser le Don?
Ça dépend. À combien t'estimes ça?
20 billets.
Moi, je dis 40.
Vas-y, accouche.
Le FBI est ici. Ils ont eu des infos par Morello, mais je sais pas quoi.
Comment tu sais ça?
Little Tony a raccompagné un type depuis le Black Cat parce qu'il était trop bourré. Un bavard. C'est lui qu'il faut voir.
D'accord. Merci.
C'est toujours un plaisir, Tom.
Welcome to a WLH Sports Report. There's a sense of anticipation as we await the start of the big game. Our very own Lost Heaven Lancers are out on the road, deep in enemy territory as they take on bitter rivals, the Empire Bay Cannons. This year's Gold Series is shaping up to be one of the best on record, with both teams matching one another blow for blow. Despite the Cannons' home field advantage and an early lead in the series, the Lancers have bounced back and have really taken their rivals to task. Many of the plaudits and column inches have been dedicated to one man. Lancers pitcher Bunny Smith is one of this year's standout performers. And with this series tied at 3-3, he may well be the key man that brings the Wispman Trophy back to Last Heaven. But doing so will be no easy task, as standing in his way is opposition captain Jack Seidel. His solo home run in the bottom of the fifth inning of Game 5 turned events in favor of the Empire Bay team. Victory was canceled out by the Lancers in Game 6, and we now have a powder keg finale that is sure to have everyone glued to their radios. Can Bunny Smith bring it home for Lost Heaven? Or will the Cannon's towering redhead have the final say? WLH 570 Lost Heaven Radio will carry live coverage of the final game of the Gold Series, and we hope you'll join us in wishing our boys well.
Les parts sont mariés, se sont rangés. Elle a bon dos, la femme libérée.
Est-ce que tout va bien, Tom?
Non, pas vraiment. Tu m'expliques l'histoire avec le type que t'as ramené chez lui et qui a parlé des fédéraux?
Il est venu boire un verre qu'il a transformé en 10 verres. C'est un gros bras qui surveille une planque pour les fédés.
Où ça?
Au kill, à l'angle de Pine. Il m'a filé 10 $ pour le ramener là-bas et pour que je la ferme. Il a bavé que le conseiller Guillotti avait négocié un accord entre Morello et le FBI. Ils sont prêts à passer à l'action.
Et pourquoi tu nous as rien dit?
Tom, je l'ai fait. Je suis allé voir directement Frank. Il l'a pas dit au Don.
Non. Non, il a rien dit.
Tom, qu'est-ce qui se passe?
We return now to the coverage of Game 7 of the Gold Series. And by the looks of it, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be underway any minute now. The crowd here in the Armory are restless. You can almost taste the tension as we approach this, the deciding game between these two famous rivals. More than a little bad blood between them, and more than a couple of nasty flare-ups in recent years. Of course, this occasion, more than any other, could prove feisty, what with the drama that closed out the previous game. That, of course, saw the Lancers win to tie the series, and it's not often Empire Bay and Lost Heaven can boast the game's best current hitter and pitcher, respectively. I refer, of course, to Foghorn Seidel, a man mountain with a shock of red hair, and Lancers star Bunny Smith. Speaking of Smith, he is jogging, I suppose you'd say, between his teammates, issuing last-minute orders. They seem responsive to whatever he's saying. He commands respect from his team, that is for sure. By goodness, there must be some nerves among some of the younger Lancers. Elves, Graves, and Nicholson. Smith seemed to have pepped them up. That's good to see. That's what a good captain does. The Cannons lineup is meandering over to the home team dugout. The Lancers are slowly taking up their position, so we can't be too far away from the opening pitch here at the Armory, the home of the Empire Bay Cannons. Stay with us for more.
Feeling blue? Then reach for a blue. A big break blue, that is. A cigarette guaranteed to satisfy, relax, and fortify. Big break blue. Let your troubles go up in smoke.
C'est là, on dirait. Montre-moi tes livres de compte, Frank.
And we return now to cover what could be the final play of this game and the series between the Lost Heaven Lancers and the Empire Bay Cannons. A quick reminder that this final inning is being brought to you by Swift Cola. When you need a lift, reach for a Swift. It's not only a taste sensation, it's guaranteed to increase focus, drive, and mental clarity. Pick up a bottle of Swift Cola today. And as we are coming to a close, let me thank today's other sponsors, Big Break Cigarettes and Lost Heaven Courier. Both of these teams could be said to be entering golden eras. Each team has a star player at the core with promising youngsters sitting around them. I refer, of course, to Smith and Seidel. The Cannons have had several such golden periods. The Lancers, it's fair to say, have not. I can see Lancers manager Frankie Hodge prowling in front of the dugout, gesticulating. He seems animated, to say the least. Looks like he's putting one of the officials in his place or something or other. With the noise of the crowd, it is quite hard to say for sure. Whatever's going on down there, you can feel the sense of occasion, and you just know that whatever happens, the crowd will be the first to tell you what has happened. The Lancers are now within minutes of snatching the Gold Series, which at one stage had appeared doomed, but they equally teeter on the edge of defeat. It all comes down to the final play. Nobody is warming up in the bullpen. Nobody down there is considering the possibility of extra innings. Bunny Smith then, standing on the mound, a look of steely determination on his face. He's betraying no emotion, doesn't look nervous or tired after his exertions this series, nor does he appear to be carrying the weight of expectation. He's having a word with the umpire about something or other.
J'imagine qu'il va y avoir une réunion.
6'2", 195 pounds. If the Lancers are to win here today, he's going to write himself into the record books. And boy, oh boy, what that would mean to the people of Lost Heaven after such a long time without glory on the diamond. All right, they've sorted out whatever was going on. Here we go then. In for the Cannons, it's Paddy Doherty. Smith is pitching the game of his life, but Doherty's a big man. If he can catch one, it could run, and with bases loaded, the Cannons would have it. Here we go. Doherty facing down Smith. Fastball and strike. The big man thought he had it. Some speed on that ball, my goodness. It's fair to say Doherty looks a little spooked. He was convinced he had it. His body language tells the tale. Smith remains cool under pressure, not a flicker of emotion on his face. He winds up. And that's two. There was zip on that one. Good Lord. Seidel is barking something at Doherty, but we have no chance of hearing it as the noise of the crowd reaches fever pitch. Doherty's gesturing, and that's only making Seidel more irate.
T'as un avion à prendre,
This is
Franck?
it, folks. Another strike, and the Lancers win. If Doherty can get behind it, surely the Cannons will get all their men home and snatch victory. A swing and a miss, and that's the winners! Lancers win! Lancers win! And Smith finally cracks an elated smile. He's thrown his cap in the air, as have his teammates. Lancers win the 1933 Gold Series!
Merde, j'ai l'impression qu'ils vont lui faire quitter le pays. Ça fait chier, c'est pas bon.
J'imagine qu'on vise tous le même objectif, mais j'aime pas travailler avec ces...